everybody, this is Beth McCullough, and I'm excited to be back. It's been a couple weeks. Last Wednesday was New Year's Day, and the Wednesday before was Christmas Day. So it's been a while, but I hope you come back today. First, I want to show you this fun fold card. I've shown you this before as a Magnolia fun fold, but this is on my blog today. And this is using products that are free during celebration. This lily paper is gorgeous. It's like a Monet paper. That is free with a $50 order. This lily stamp set is also free with a $50 order. And these framelits behind, that is a $100 order. But they just go together so nicely. Here's what the card looks like, totally flat, if you go to put it together. And the only tricky part of this card is making sure that part isn't glued down. But anyway, here's what we're going to make today. This was on my blog on Monday, and I actually entered it in Kylie Bertucci from Australia, her International Highlights contest. So if you like my card, I would love it if you would go over to her site and vote for my card. All the directions for that are on my blog, and I will also put them in the comments below. Hello, Marceline. I'm glad you could watch me today. So here is the card that I'm making today. Inside, I just put layers of paper. But I started thinking, there's other ways we could do this too. What if instead of an embossing folder here, we emboss the tulips? So I'm going to make another version of the card, and you can vote and let me know which one you like better. So let's get started. First, I got a piece of Mango Melody, hello Wendy, cardstock. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Then this is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm just going to layer that on. And in fact, I'm going to use the glue. I used to always use snail for everything, but I've just found my cards stay together so well with a little bit of this glue. And of course, you just center it on your card base. And then for this one, since I'm going to put texture on the tulips, I decided that this layer should not be as textured. This is the new Coastal Weave 3D folder. It's super pretty. Speaking of which, I have a tip for you. When you get the 3D folders, they're thicker and they say 3D. Well, this embossing folder comes in the catalog. It's $10. It's number 149658. And with the new 3D folders that they started making around the first of the year, or maybe at the end of the fall when they switch companies, you really do need this folder. I was trying to do without it. But when you do that, you use your Big Shot platform. You put the 3D folder in, of course, with your paper inside. And then this blue embossing folder and plate. And you use this instead of your clear plates. And it's amazing. So I would highly recommend. It's worth the $10. So anyway, for this one, I ran it through with the subtle embossing folder. And this measures 3 3/4 by 5. Soon we'll get to the fun part with the tulips. I hope you all had a very nice holiday. I know we did. All 4 of the kids were home. In fact, our Seattle son was home, I think 10 days maybe. So it is certainly a blessing to get to spend so much time with our kiddos that are older, that could go do whatever they wanted. Okay, so the tulip punch is the star. I actually got this free in Lansing. and I think it is so beautiful. I'm going to show you in the catalog where it is. It is on page 43. Here's the stamp set, and here's the bundle. You get a 10% discount, and you can order the stamp set and the bundle together. Hello, Linda and Pam. Thanks for joining me. But this is probably my favorite new punch. So for these tulips, what I did is I ran them through the Big Shot with the Mosaic 3D folder and cut it out. So you just turn it over and punch it out. For each flowers, you need one of the big flowers and two of the side flowers. This side flower is also what you use for the leaves. And I'm going to show you how I put them together. I do it separately before I put it on the card. So you need 2 leaves, and then you put the tulip, and I kind of wanted it, I'm going to put adhesive on these 2 ends, and always use the silicone mat. It's so nice. Your adhesive isn't going to stick like it does to paper. And you kind of want to make it the shape, let's see here, like this. Have any of you tried the tulip punch yet? Let me know what you think of it. So see how this is kind of rounded all the way around? I think that's how it looks best. And then what we're going to do is use some mini dimensionals. Of course, my mini dimensional that was on top was almost empty. I'd have to use the edges, which I do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put these sides up on the mini dimensionals. I'm using the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to put 2, can you see me? I hope I'm on camera. I'm going to put 2 of the mini dimensionals and take the backs off. And then we're going to put this like that. Again, you have to kind of eyeball it, but oh, these tulips are so pretty. I probably should have gotten some more of them done ahead of time so you didn't have to watch all this. But maybe you can chat with me while I do it. Tell me what you've been up to. It's been really nice in Iowa, but today it's freezing. And it's going to be nice again tomorrow, which is good. My puppies, Maya and Molly, are so happy when it's nice out. So we can walk outside. Okay, so on this second one, you're going to go over the top of the first one. Thank you, Linda, and thanks for voting for my card. I really, really appreciate it. And you're going to go like that. So do you see how layered it is? And then it's going to go on the card. Now let me tell you some more about this card. The stems, there aren't stems in the tulip punch. So I got out the bouquet bunch framelits, and I used this stem here. The bow on this card is also from the bouquet bunch to make this little cute bow. And then I used the ornate frames, this little one, to cut out the thanks. I heat embossed the thanks in white. I always do that first. It's easier than trying to center it on here. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Linda. I appreciate that. So on this one, I wanted to do happy birthday because my sweet aunt had a birthday the other day and she loves tulips. So Sherry, if you watch this, this one is for you. And I'm going to put this on the card first to make sure there's room because it's bigger than my thanks was. And then what I'm going to do is pull up some tulips because I want to make sure there's room on the card before I put my stems on. And again, the silicone mat is perfect for that because as I put adhesive on here, it's wider than the stem. So the extra goes on the mat. So I'm going to bring this over and I want one stem to go right here. And then I'll put adhesive on another one. What questions do you have for me? Celebration is in full swing. The mini catalog is going. There's so many beautiful things. And I just opened up an order today. And on that order, I had the Stitched So Sweetly framelits. These are super cute. I love anything with stitching. But also for my aunt, I wanted happy birthday. And it didn't fit in this ornate frames. So look at that. It had the perfect size. Okay, so now we have the little bow that we cut out of that bouquet bunch. This bow right here. And I am going to add this ribbon right on top. And it has a little piece sticking in here. There, now it's gone. And I'm going to use a rhinestone on the bow. And I'm also going to put a rhinestone what do you think? On both sides? Or maybe just one up in the corner. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for that. Now, if you don't mind watching me make the other tulip, this tulip I can go ahead and put on. So I was making another version I didn't get done before it was time to come on and see all of you, but I was making an all purple card because quite a few of the gals on my team are purple people. And so I thought they would enjoy a purple card. But I will post that later on my blog. Okay, so we need our 2 leaves again. And again, if you didn't see this the first time, we're just putting adhesive on the bottom. It's easier to build your tulip separate from your card. Then you can place it exactly where you want it to be. And then we're going to take it's funny that the sides of the tulip and the leaves are both made with the same punch. It's just kind of funny. Okay, so now we're going to get some more dimensionals, 2 on each one. So I know a lot of you have been asking about Steve. He had a rough week again last week with his heart, but he got new medicine on Monday, and so far so good. It's been much better yesterday. So of course he told me this morning he's all cured. It only took 1 day. So who knows, if this medicine truly does work for him, maybe he won't have to have a second surgery, which would certainly be ideal. Okay, so when you're putting this on, make sure you leave room so the leaves still show also. I probably could have put that one out a little bit wider. And again, you're going to cross over the top on this one. So on the original card, I took a dauber and I put it directly in the ink. Is it freezing in Wisconsin, Linda? That doesn't surprise me. I think it was 14 degrees here. So what I did on this original card, cute little sponge dauber, dipped it in the ink, and especially on this end, I know Linda is a huge everything should be daubed. I'm not quite to that point yet, but I'm trying to daub more than I was. Hi, Wanda. Thanks for joining us. So on this, because there's texture on the tulip, I don't think you need the daubing. I don't know if you can see it online, but I did do the daubing on these solid tulips. Okay, so let's get this tulip on here. And then I'm so curious. I hope you can tell the difference through the camera, but I would love to know which of the cards you like better. Okay. So here's card number 1, solid tulips with a little daubering, sponging. And then this is the Coastal Weave embossing folder. Versus this one, where I actually embossed the flowers and then wanted something more subtle, so I used the subtle embossing folder down on the Coastal Cabana. So, what do you think? Card number 1 or card number 2? I would love to hear which is your favorite. So this afternoon, because my order just came, I'm finishing all my shares. So if you ordered shares from me, they're going out the door later today or tomorrow morning, and I'll let you know when yours should arrive. If you still want a share, I might be able to come up with a couple more, or I'll do a second order of shares if there's enough people that are interested. You like number 1 better, Linda? You know, it's funny, a lot of times when I make a card, I can improve it the second time, but sometimes not. Oh, yay, Jean, you like number 2 better. So I guess it is just a matter of opinion. I know my Aunt Sherry's going to like 2 better because she's the one with the birthday. But if you have any questions, let me know. Remember, every order of $50, if you order $100, you get 2 items. So it is truly the best time of the year at Stampin' Up. It's between now and March 31st. Thank you so much for joining me. I do have one more question for you. I'm thinking about in a couple weeks switching to the evening on Wednesday nights at 8 Central Time. I'm wondering, Wendy, I know you could probably watch me easier on Wednesday nights. Do the rest of you prefer Wednesday at noon or Wednesday at 8? Please let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a blessed day. Leave any questions below and I will leave a link. Again, this card is in Kylie's contest and I would love if you could vote for me. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.